So, girl, I got the tea. And I shouldn't even be this excited about the tea. But, baby, when I tell you this tea so doggone good, bitch, I had to come down to the bathroom, okay? I'm on family vacation for the holiday. I'm in the bathroom of a 10-bedroom Airbnb. I had to call y'all from the bathroom to get into this. Now, I know I said First Lady's Afraid ain't have no drama and it was all positive, baby. But let me tell you something. Episodes 5 and 6, things have quickly shifted. And it's going from First Lady's Afraid to First Lady's a federal indictment. What I'm talking about? Tiana ass going to jail. Want to talk about it? Here you go. First and foremost, y'all gonna have to forgive me for about whatever little echo that y'all get. I'm down to the bathroom, honey. I'm in a 10-bedroom Airbnb with about 10 little kids under the age of 12 running around, family members down here to the Orlando for Christmas or whatever the case may be. And this is the only place I can find some good lighting. I didn't plan on calling y'all. I planned on turning my phone on Do Not Disturb for the whole week of my vacation. I don't get off of vacation until January 3rd. But this tea so doggone sweet, baby. I'm down to the bathroom having to call the girls. Listen, the First Lady's Afraid. I told y'all, and I saw in my previous video, a lot of y'all were asking what network is the show on. You can find it on Roku and you can find it on YouTube. I've been watching it on YouTube. Okay, and I'm going to have to eat my words. I know I told y'all in the beginning this show was positive and it was no drama. And for the most part, it is. But baby, real life is always more interesting than contrived reality TV. And this bitch going to jail. Who am I talking about, baby? Tiana. Her name Tiana White. We gonna call her Tiana because that bitch was running drugs south of the border and got caught. When I tell you, this show has taken a turn. The saying is taking a turn for the worse. It definitely hasn't taken a turn for the worse. It's taken a turn for the interesting, okay? And Tiana is a character on the show. She calls herself Pretty Pocket. She drives trucks. And on a previous video, I told y'all this hoe was crazy because she was holding down a man that was in jail, okay? And I had to do the math. She said she been with the man for 7 years, but he been in jail for 3. Or whatever the case may be. And listen, y'all, I ain't even trying to be all up in this lady business. I just thought the man was doing, just a little yang around the Shawshank Redemption. Maybe he got 3 to 5, even 5 to 10. Because she looked like the type of bitch that'll hold a nigga down for 10 years in jail. And that's a girl. You want to know how many years this man got in jail? Let me pull my little blonde bob back so y'all can hear. Girl. This man got sentenced to 22 years in jail. Let me tell y'all something. The minute the judge would have banged his gavel and begin to say, the minute his lips would have did like this, to say 20 anything, I would have called MCI to change my phone number. Listen, it ain't that much love in the world. I am sorry. I'm not even going to begin to pretend like I'm finna hold somebody down for 22 years in jail. Okay, and the thing about this, he got fair time. All y'all hoes that be dating drug dealers and stuff, what's the computation? If you get fair time, you got to do 80% of your time, 87.3.9% of your time. I don't know, because I only mess with outstanding men's with degrees, men's that's, got a little, just pulled up, got a little something going on in their life. I don't mess with prison men's, except on the weekend when I'm drunk at the hood club. But that's just a sexual thing, but this ain't got nothing to do with me. I damn sure ain't never let one get me caught up in running no damn drugs, okay? Child, she talking about she started a trucking business and she drive her own trucks. Yeah, bitch, to transport drugs across the damn interstate. Ooh, child, and the thing about it is, y'all won't let nobody live. I'm thinking I found a good reality TV show with some cool women on it that we don't know nothing about. I told y'all about the lady Casey from the Compilation Circle. The first thing y'all did was jump into the comments and talk about the lady is a scammer. I don't want to hear that she the coach Stormy of trucking. Now I'm gonna have to investigate her ass a little bit more before I go around here pushing this shit like it's one of these Oprah TV shows and she the next coming up Iyanla Vanzant, because now that sister girl up here running drugs, quiet as it's kept, and mama on there got a drug laboratory, ain't no telling what none of their ass is on there doing. But anyway, we get into episode 5, in which I like, because the first 4 episodes, and let me start out by saying the episodes, y'all, are about 15, 20-minute watches. This is something that you really can watch while you're cooking on your laptop. It's a really quick watch. The first 4 episodes lay the foundation of like what the plot's going to be. Episode 5 is where things really get meaty, because in reality TV is what they call personal story, or what y'all know as storyline. Episodes 5 and 6, child, completely abandoned the other ladies in trucking, and we just dealing with Tiana. So we find out that Tiana man is in jail for 22 years. Then we find out Tiana ass is on the indictment as well and gotta go to court, and she's potentially facing jail time. Now at this time, y'all, I'm just thinking, maybe she just living the life, spent the money, held on to the money, opened a little bank account or whatever the case. Typical drug dealer girlfriend shit. Child cheese. Come to find out Tiana ass was an integral part of the damn operation. And then got the nerve to be sitting up on there like British Williams, who just got sentenced to prison, talking about she not gonna take no plea for something she didn't do. Baby. It took the fans to drop in the comments, be like, fuck it, I need her. She just got sentenced to prison, bitch. I went and found the whole DOJ write-up on the situation. And my mom, you sit up on our TV screen playing all up and through our damn face, baby. According to the Department of Justice, and them hoes don't lie, you was all up and through that thing. And not only was you all up and through that thing, your family was all up and through that thing. But I want to sit up in our face and act like you didn't know what all the hell was going on, and like you did nothing. And see, now it's beginning to make sense why she was willing to hold that man down for 22 years. Because, baby, if she turned on that man's liable to tell his attorney some stuff and really get her ass sold up in the damn legal system. Oh, when I tell you this whole sold up, she sold up. But we're going to wait and get to that part to the end. I'm going to tell you just how sold up she is. So, anyway, before we find out that Tiana ass going to jail or whatever, the episode 5 opened up with her dealing with her, talking about her sister. She has 5 sisters. She talks about how, they never had to have friends because it was a whole bunch of them. And then she goes on to say that some of her sisters work in the trucking company with her. One of her sisters drives the trucks, and she can always count on her sister to drive the truck. Considering the fact that this hoe going to jail, at least auntie could drive the truck to keep some oatmeal on the table for the children or whatever. So Tiana nail person come over, and she got her nail in this. And, I'm like, girl, you need to be conserving your coins and put them in a trust for your kids, because I know you got to pay an extra $100 when the nail tech comes to the house, or whatever. Your kids gonna need that on their real life commissary while you in jail. But anyway, bitch, she in there with her hand over the thing like this, like Mary J. Blige, not gonna cry, dotting her eyes, talking about her man been in jail for 22 years. Girl, fuck that man. How much time your ass finna do? This when Tiana starts spilling the tea, and we find out that she facing indictment, and the nail tech like, girl, I don't even want to hear all this shit that's hot and heavy. I just want to buff out your nails real quick, give you a French manicure, collect my coins, and go home. Because I don't want none of that jail spirit. Ooh, see, the spirits was in here. Y'all just saw the lights flicker. I don't want none of that jail spirit to jump on me, and spirits is real. You seen how that spirit just came in? Get out of here, devil! Say, devil! You ain't got nothing here. I'm holding on to my man and have no fear, no pain. Get out of here, devil! The devil just came in here because I'm talking about Tiana. That's how much you know that drug spirit is on her. Just talking about it don't got it on me. And I'm here in the bathroom. Lord, universe, Miss Karma, Lady in the Lake. I don't even know that lady. I'm just talking about what I've seen on the TV. Please don't let that spirit get on me in the name of Itchy Gitchy Yaya, Lady Marmalade. Moving right along. So, and she's talking about how she got 22, her husband got 22 years, or, man, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, girl, what is you doing? Like, even if the dick is that good, you can't even have none. You can't even have none. And this is easy for me to say because I've never been in love with somebody who's gone to prison. And I guess it just ain't that easy to turn it off. We do get to witness some real life stuff, which is what I like about shows like this in their infancy. We're seeing real life stuff. The producers did not have to put nothing together. She's taking a collect call from her man. And we take for granted our freedoms because he was simply asking her, can she send him 2 books from Amazon? Because he is in his jail cell just alone with his thoughts. And I'm just like, damn, how much do we take for granted the freedom of just reading a book? Something so easily accessible. This man is asked, and how many drug dealers y'all know read books? He said, baby, just send me 2 books from Amazon and put a little something so I can get some oodles and noodles on my commissary. And this is real life for this person. And then things get interesting. Now, what I don't like about the situation is that we find out that this guy, Maurice, is not Tiana's children's father. It's their stepfather. Granted, the show has not revealed to us yet just how long he's been in their lives. But it almost feels like Tiana is living in a delusional world because she says that she tells her children, he'll be back soon, he'll be back one day, kind of leading them on. And he got 22 years. He got 22 years. You need to be honest with these children to help them manage expectations and to not let them be double brokenhearted if and when you have to go to jail. And later on, we find out that you indeed do. So we get to episode 6, and let's not forget in episodes 1 through 4, Casey, who was the main lady or whatever, is wanting to put together a trucking expo. And one thing that I really loved about it is that she's sitting down talking to Shanti, and she's like, what is Tiana going to do about her trucks and stuff? And Shanti instantly says, she can run her trucks through me and you, and we can give the money to the children. Now, I don't know anything about trucking. I don't know how it works, but I'm guessing, they can still run her business, as a proxy or whatever the case may be. Although, there is a world where some people may say, well, if they got access to whatever customer base or whatever jobs that she is going to do, what's stopping them from running those jobs through their own business and keeping the revenue? But these ladies seem to be pretty solid women that don't necessarily need to take from her in order to make things necessary. Again, y'all have been educating me because I found out through the comments that Shanti Hoffman's brother is Brooke. Shanti Hoffman's husband is Brooke Bailey from Basketball Wives' brother. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's just what somebody said in the comments. But if it is, Brooke, you in a pretty good situation because, you had your modeling career. Then you was slanging ass around LA. And then if your rent ever get backed up, shit, if you got a good relationship with your brother, it seems like you can call on your brother for a couple coins. So, Brooke, you in a good situation. Maybe, you ain't got to beat up Jackie Christie in order to live quiet. You could go drive trucks. They got some extra vacancy, seeing that they're going to be running Shanti trucks. And Brooke, all that ass and thighs you got, you look like you real strong, that you can press the brake, the air brake, and press the pedal real strong. And the way you fought Jackie Christie, you could gear shift that mofo real good and drive the truck. So let's not be surprised if we see Brooke Bailey on the First Lady of Freight if she get kicked off of Basketball Wives for fighting the elderly. Casey talks to Michelle. Now, Michelle is the lady who runs the drug lab situation. And she's like, what are we going to do if Tiana can't do the expo? And without any level of restraint, Michelle was like, shit, get somebody else to do it. One monkey don't stop no show. And it sucks, right? Because on the surface level, some people could consider that insensitive. But this is business. We got things to do. This whole about to go to jail. We got money tied up in the situation. And quiet as it's kept, my nosy ass, shoot, I just want to find out when the expo is so I can go around there and figure out what all the hell going on and come back and report it. I love these smaller shows, y'all. This feeling that I have right now reminds me of how I felt when I first started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, when it just was the little engine that could. and everything was natural and organic and the storylines were pure. That's kind of how I feel with this. And while we're getting the trucking situation, background, it's really getting interesting as we get into the personal stories of each woman. And now here's the thing. This is just the first lady whose life we've dug into. If cast member number one's personal story is this interesting, I am waiting with bated breath to find out what else we're going to find out personally about these other ladies, because as with every other reality TV show, we're realizing that everything that glitters is not gold, and everything that is not pretty is not of the kingdom. And mama might be as pretty as she want to be, but she was dating a drug kingpin and running drugs and funding the money, and now her ass going to jail. Now, as Casey is talking to Michelle about what they're going to do, Michelle makes a little snide comment, and she was like, do they do video from jail? And Casey was like, girl, I don't know nothing about prison. I don't know nothing about jail. And Casey, I honestly hope you keep it that way, because the people is laying your ass out in the comments, and they saying you running scams around there. Listen, I don't make the news. I just report it. I'm just saying what the people say. Girl, I might have to go to that truck and ask one and find out what all that. Matter of fact, that's a girl. If they have it somewhere near my region, because I'm trying to find me a truck driver boyfriend, somebody that's in town for 1 week, gone for 3. Plus, I've been doing my workouts and stuff. I got my new body. I'm gonna go right there in the pursuit of a man and try to find out what all the hell going on. And I'll let y'all know if it's a scam or not. Quiet as a scam, bitch. Why this show is in this infancy, they need to go ahead and let me host this reunion, because I get down to the bottom of what the hell going on and find out what all really going on. Is they running scams, and what she really going to jail for, and is the rest of them over there doing prostitution and money laundering and every damn thing else in the back of them damn trucks, and is they hunching them lot lizards down to them damn truck stops, because y'all know that's all what they do. But anyway, the things got interesting. I love sometimes when you get a group of women together who can just talk about the perils of being a wife, a mother, a lover, a secretary, and a mom. They were in the kitchen, and Shanti was talking about how her 9-year-old just got out of the bed with her husband and herself, but they got their 2-year-old in the bed, and the other ladies was like, child, scoot that baby to the side and do what? Put the panties to the side, let them slide through. I said, ooh, somebody gonna call CPS on these hoes. That is so nasty. Listen, I ain't never had no children, and God knows I don't want any. Well, I would be so scared to hunch with my child in the bed. And granted, even if they was just a little baby or a little toddler, they don't know what's going on. It just feels dishonorable and disrespectful to the child. Like, at least put the child on the floor outside the door and leave the door crack. I can't even hunch with my dogs in the room, yet alone my whole child. Like, how do you just let, and you hunching the baby roll over or sigh or breathe, or the baby open it? Ooh, y'all is nasty. And I know half of y'all watching these videos gonna drop down in the comments, be like, shoot, that nigga, you gotta do what you gotta do. I guess, but somebody gonna call CPS on y'all, because that's indecent exposure is all the categories. It's all the categories. Y'all ass gonna end up with a case like Diddy and like Harvey Weinstein and like Bill Cosby, and they're hunching with y'all children in bed. Y'all got whole trucks. Take y'all ass outside to the driveway and hunch in the back of the truck. Now listen, I'm right here talking about lot lizards. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta keep it all the way real. When I was in my early 20s, I was a lot lizard one time. See, I tell y'all hoes too much of my business. I was a lot lizard one time. It was picture this. 23 years old. Club boy in Miami. I had met this gentleman. I had seen him a couple weeks in a row at the club. We struck up a rapport with each other, or whatever the case may be. And I had my own apartment at that time, so I don't even know why we didn't hunch at my apartment. Maybe he didn't want to drive his truck at my place, or maybe, I don't know, if you leave the lot, you lose your spot. I don't know how it go, because I only hunched his ass for one time. But I had went riding there to the truck stop off the Palmetto Expressway, like we headed to the Dade County Youth Fair down here in Miami. I pulled up in the truck stop, and I got in his truck. And I'll say this, I didn't leave feeling as much like a whore as I thought I would. I mean, it was spacious. It had curtains. It had a bed. The bed was like a little summer camp twin bed. It was clean. It had air conditioning. The hum of the truck. We could do whatever we want to do in the truck, and couldn't nobody hear us. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I don't hunch in worse places. I'll hunch in the back of a truck again if he own it. If it's his truck. Now, if he just, driving somebody else's truck on lease, I'm a little more pulled up than that. I'm too classy to be hunching in somebody else's truck. If I'm hunching somebody in the back of somebody's truck, he gonna have to own it, okay? He gonna have to own it. As if that make it better, Q. You still hunching in the back of a truck. Nevertheless, I did it one time. I was in my 20s. Don't judge me from my past because I don't stay there no more. But I will say it was hot and interesting. Leave y'all babies in them beds. Or matter of fact, go put them babies in the room with one of them teenagers if y'all gonna hunch in the house. But stop hunching with y'all children in their bed. It's just nasty. Anyway, so the ladies get together with Tiana and they start talking about, the expo. And she was like, basically in jest and joking. It's like, y'all better not do this thing without me or whatever, because I'm the bomb at what I do. And they like, but girl, like, no, serious. Shanti is like, would you feel a way if we have to replace you or whatever the case might be? And she wanted to say, yeah, but she knows realistically, like, they can't hinge this whole thing on her going to jail. This is just business. Now, this is when I said, let me find out what's going on with Tiana, because one of y'all had dropped out in the comments and told me that she had just got sentenced. Baby. And the article reads, money laundering girl paying of drug kingpin sentenced to over 3 years in prison. Detroit. What began as a delivery of drugs in a Sony PlayStation box led agents to a stash location in Novi, where a drug organization stored more than 30 kilograms of fentanyl and over $500,000. Today, the girlfriend of the organization's California-based leader, who laundered the drug money and lived lavishly off the proceeds, was sentenced to 3 years and 6 months in prison in order to forfeit her interest in a laundered home to the United States. Now, this article was written Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. Girl, I'm just last week. United States Attorney Don N. Ison announced that the sentence and was joined by the announcement by Charles E. Miller, special agent in charge of the Internal Revenue Service, and Orville O. Green, special agent in the charge of the Drug Enforcement Administration Detroit Field Division. Tiana White, 36, in Moreno Valley, California, conspired with her boyfriend, Maurice McCoy, to conceal his drug money by setting up multiple businesses and controlling access to bank accounts. Members of McCoy's drug organization deposited drug proceeds into the bank accounts and delivered hundreds of thousands of dollars in bulk cash to McCoy and White. Together, McCoy and White reaped the benefits of the drug trade, using the money to fund their lavish lifestyles. McCoy purchased an expensive Porsche Panamera and White bought a Bentley and a Mercedes-Benz. They used one of McCoy's relatives to try to conceal their purchase of a home worth more than $500,000 in Southern California. McCoy and White paid off their house in less than 6 months by funneling cash from drug sales through a labyrinth of bank accounts. They also used drug money to buy expensive jewelry, including diamond and gold pendants for themselves and some members of McCoy's drug organization. White often bragged on social media, posting pictures of her cars, jewelry, and lavish vacations with McCoy. This is where they always go wrong, y'all. Posting drug money, living a life off drug money on social media. The feds is watching. Anywho, White knew McCoy, who had served 10 years in federal prison for prior drug trafficking conviction, was a convicted felon when she helped him launder drug money. DEA and IRS led a drug and money laundering investigation and discovered drug distribution hubs in multiple cities across the U.S., including Novi, Michigan, where the organization stored more than 30 kilograms of fentanyl and over $500,000 at the DEA seized. And then the article goes on and on and on and on and on. I'm not going to bore you with the petty minutia, but the thing about it is you're going to talk about you not going to take a plea. You're not going to force me to do something because I'm scared, baby. According to this article was not written by a news organization. This article was written by the DOJ. And for those of y'all who in the back who rode the slow bus to school, that stands for the Department of Justice. DOJ. Them people ain't lying, honey. You should have took the plea, bitch. Now they're going to have to reveal to us on the next episode what the plea was. And I know if the plea was shorter than what she was sentenced to, then she feel like a damn fool. Because according to what this article say, baby, you was well aware of what was going on. You was all up in it. Now, I don't make the news, I just report it. That's what these people are saying. Nevertheless, y'all, First Lady's of Freight has taken a very interesting turn, and it's not a First Lady of drug trafficking, okay? All we can do is sit back and see what else these ladies got in store. Now, they did an interview, because the more I get into this show, I'm starting to see that this show has actually kind of been around, and these ladies are kind of known. They did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee. Y'all know Jason Lee, you know, he got a tendency to be messy. I'm curious to know how much research Jason Lee did and if he asked the questions that needed to be asked. I'm going to get into that Hollywood Unlocked interview a little later and come back to y'all. But baby, y'all better check out the First Ladies of Freight, and then after that, go in and do y'all own research. I'm going to put the link to the article that I just wrote in this video so y'all can get equally as invested as I am. But this thing is getting good. Like, for real, for real. Not in TV life, but in real life. So I'm going to stay tuned, and I suggest y'all to do too. If y'all new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm going to call y'all hoes later. And in the meantime, in between time, do not traffic no drugs across state line. Just get you enough for personal consumption. See, whenever I travel around with the drugs I used to do, I just have enough for personal consumption. Bitch, I know I'm going to be out in less than 24 hours because I ain't got no priors. A dime bag, a nickel bag, a gram, 2 grams. Don't you be walking around with no kilos and a whole bunch of money. The only money I walk around with is my American Express Platinum card. You won't catch me with tens of thousands of dollars in PlayStation boxes and stuff. I'm too classy, basically. What I told y'all, when you hit a lick, hit it one time and leave it alone. But y'all get greedy. Nevertheless, the First Lady of drug trafficking, First Lady's of Freight. Ooh, child. Let me get off the line. Anyway, I'll call y'all later. Bah.